Sometime last week, I was watching this video. Talking here is Wole Soyinka, the first African person to win the Nobel Prize. In this video, the 87 Wole Soyinka was speaking so boldly against the government of my country, so much that he said that our president is mentally delusional. Knowing that what this man is doing is dangerous in my country, a part of me envied him. How can he be that fearless? How? How does he not fear he could be arrested or even killed? But then I remembered who this man is. Long before I was born, he had been criticizing the government and spending time in prison. This was him being arrested in 1967. He was in prison for 22 months. Speaking against the government is not what this man started doing yesterday. He has spent all his life criticizing the government, so his brain has built an apparatus, or for the sake of simplicity, an autopilot system to do that seamlessly. In his 2012 book, The One Thing, Gary Keller, the founder of one of the largest real estate franchises in the world, wrote, "When you see someone who has a lot of knowledge, they learnt it over time. When you see someone who has a lot of skills, they developed them over time. When you see someone who has a lot of money, they earned it over time. When you see someone who is successful in any field of human endeavor, they achieve those successes over time. And the way they do that is by building a predictable system into their daily lives. This system allows them to do little things every day, which eventually leads them to their big achievement." The reason why most people fall in life is that they focus on their big goals instead of focusing on the unconscious daily system, which is making it impossible to achieve those goals. So, in this video, let's look at 1. What the world doesn't understand about success. 2. How successful people succeed by using the law of apparatus or system. And 3. How to achieve your biggest goals using the law of the system. At age 16, Lucille Ball told all her friends she was going to be an actress. So she went off to drama school in New York City. But it wasn't too long before her mother received a letter from the school saying, but how could she go home? She had told all her friends she was going to be an actress. So she auditioned as a showgirl in a musical and got the job without pay. However, 4 weeks before opening night, she was fired. She then auditioned for 3 other musicals, and each time the poor girl was hired and fired before opening night. In 2 years, Lucille Ball had not earned 1 penny as an actress, and that was just the beginning. For 2 decades, yes, 20 years, Lucille Ball was moving from one failure to another rejection, until 1951 when she had her first breakthrough with her I Love Lucy TV show. More than 40 million people watched the first episode of her I Love Lucy. From the very first episode, her show was rated as one of the top 10 TV shows in America. And within 20 episodes, it became the #1 show in America and remained so for 5 years. That was how Lucille Ball became one of the most successful actresses in the world. Now, this is what most people don't understand about success. Success doesn't happen by doing one big thing a few times. Lucille Ball didn't become massively successful because she suddenly did something big. She, like every other successful person, became successful by creating a system that allows them to do little things right every day for many years. In his 2004 book, Today Matters, 12 Daily Practices to Guarantee Tomorrow's Success, leadership expert John Maxwell wrote, "You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine." Let me repeat that because it is important. You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. The key word here is daily routine. The system you build into your everyday life. Look at this photo. This guy didn't become like this by doing something wrong 1 or 2 times. He became like that by doing little things wrong every day for a long time. Now, look at this photo. This man doesn't have this kind of body because he did something big 2 or 3 times. He has that body because he did something right every day for many years. Whether it's money, relationship, or health, we rise or fall not because of a big thing we do for 1 week or a month. We succeed or fail as a result of the compound interest of our little daily actions and inactions. What successful people do, however, is to build a system in their everyday life that allows them to do every day the little things which will accumulate into their future success. So let me explain this with a simple story. Some time ago, a young comedian, Brad Isaac, met the millionaire comedian Jerry Seinfeld at a comedy club, cornered him and asked him, "Please, how can I be a successful comedian?" Jerry Seinfeld looked at him and answered, "The way to be a better comic is to create better jokes, and the way to create better jokes is to write every day." That's the point. It's not about the big goals you set. You don't succeed in life by setting big goals. You succeed by creating a system that allows you to do little things right every day. It's about the system you build into your daily routine. Success or failure is about the little things you do every day. Think about Stephen King. He's one of the most successful writers in the history of our world, having sold more than 300 million copies of his book. But when asked how he achieved that success, here is what he had to say.
The way that I work, I try to get out there and I try to get 6 pages a day.
In his book, On Writing, a memoir of the craft, Stephen King wrote that he likes to write 2,000 words every day. Stephen King didn't become a millionaire writer because he did something big a few days. He became a successful writer because he built a system into his daily routine which allows him to do little things every day that takes him closer to his life's goal. It doesn't matter what you want to achieve in your life. You want to be rich, healthy, or famous? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you want a great marriage or whether you want to be a heavyweight champion. Nothing will come to you by doing something big just a few times. The only way to succeed is to build a system into your day which allows you to do little things right every day. Seth Godin, an author of Permission Marketing, wrote, "You don't win an Olympic gold medal with just a few weeks of intensive training. There's no such thing as an overnight Oprah sensation. Great law firms or design companies don't spring up overnight. Every great company, every great brand, and every great career has been built in the same way, bit by bit, step by step, little by little." Creating a system that moves you closer to your life's dream can be achieved by 3 steps. 1. Sit down and decide specifically what you want to achieve in life. 2. Make a list of 10 people you admire who have achieved what you want to achieve and find their biographies and books. 3. Read the above biographies and books and create a simple habit card. In this habit card, write 10 habits that are common among the people who have achieved what you want to achieve. Your next assignment is to slowly but steadily imbibe those habits, because those daily habits are the secret to any success. Let me tell you a personal story to explain how you can do this. At a very tender age 15, I had fallen in love with entrepreneurship, but there wasn't anyone in my family to encourage me. Everyone wanted me to be an employee for 40 years. Now, at some point in my life, I started reading books about money and entrepreneurship. I read Think and Grow Rich, The Richest Man in Babylon, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and many books like that. If you come to my library, you'll see the biographies of people like Elon Musk, Henry Ford, Jack Ma, and Steve Jobs. From these studies, I've been able to figure out how successful entrepreneurs think and their common habits. Following their way of thinking and habits, I was able to build my first successful company in the year 2016. Our entire life runs on a system, and it's this system that determines our destinies. First, we do something, then we do it again, and again. Then it becomes what we do every day, a habit. Then it becomes a system that our brain runs automatically. And then this habit and system compounds over time to lead us to a big success or a big failure. In his 2018 book, Atomic Habit, James Clear wrote, "Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement." In the same book he wrote, "When nothing seems to help, I go and look at a stonecutter hammering away at his rock, perhaps 100 times without as much as a crack showing in it. Yet at the 101st blow, it will split into 2, and I know it was not the last blow that did it, but all that had gone before." The world champion climber Sasha Digulian shares her secret with climbers at the Shawangunks in New Paltz, New York. According to her, The first thing I do every morning, drink warm water with lemon. I find this particular combo helps me rehydrate best. She continued, I eat 6 times a day with a heavy emphasis on proteins and carbs. I also incorporate a lot of vegetables into my diet because they are nourishing and I like them. She continued, I get a minimum of 8 hours every night. Plus, I read every night for about 30 minutes before going to bed. You get the point? Your life is in your days. If you don't like anything in your life, don't look outside. Don't blame someone else. Don't depend on a big goal for the miracle. Look at your system, your daily habit, because that is what determines your destiny. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve Courage, and I love you.